doctors and lawyers and they go and they paint on the weekends.
Yeah.
I get to paint every day. I get to Photoshop every day. I get to manipulate images. And then I also get to see what I've done, and not here necessarily in the United States, but I've traveled all over the world. I get to see my content on a billboard in France, or I get to see something that I've done, at a trade event, and hundreds of thousands of people are looking at something that I did. And so, just the satisfaction of with help, of course. I didn't do it by myself, but I did that, and people are looking at it, and people are responding to it, and people are reacting and actually want to either see this show because of something that I did. Because Marketing 101, it's our job to get the eyeballs there. It's programming's job to keep them there. But it's our job to get you there. And if you get there, I've done my job.
Yes. So for those who want to become an art director, what is some advice you could give?
So some advice that I would give to anybody who wants to be an art director is open your mouth, okay? One thing that I wish that I had known back in the day is just to be able to open my mouth and be confident in my abilities, and there are some things that you may or may not know how to do, but just be confident in the fact that you can learn how to do it quickly. But specifically as far as things to do, learn Adobe Photoshop, learn Adobe InDesign, learn Illustrator. Those are the three sort of magnificent things that you need to know, and get good in it. I mean, and it could be something as small as take a picture of Jennifer Lopez. Well, maybe not Jennifer Lopez because she looks great, but someone off of the interwebs who doesn't necessarily look as polished, we'll say, and just play in it, manipulate it, change their hair color, change their shirts, and you can put that in your portfolio. Build a portfolio. Whether you go on any of these websites that offer, I don't know, a couple dollars a month, but put it all together. Even if you don't get at that point first, if you don't have the money, put it in a folder somewhere. Print your stuff out, look at it, come back to it, and then also ask for help. I would always, anyone you trust or just anyone that you respect with a good eye, just say, hey, what do you think of this? I made this. Put things together. And also, there are videos online everywhere that if you don't know how to do something, you can look it up really fast and you can literally step by step online learn how to do something. And but I would put all that together but also, like I said, be confident in your abilities. And when you go and you present it, yeah, I did this.
Yeah.
And let me show you what I can do for you.
That's great advice.
Yeah. Any final thoughts that you have?
Ooh, I didn't think about final thoughts.
Anything about creating more awareness about your position?
Well,
how can industry
one
improve?
thing I would, I guess, here's a final thought.
Okay.
If you don't have a seat at the table, bring your own. Pull up a chair and make space. Even if you need to, say, excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm here
Yeah.
at this table.
Yes.
I would say bring your own chair. When you look around this table, you might not see your face, but if you're there, also turn around and say, hey, you bring your seat. You bring your seat. So, bring others into the fold. I just wouldn't, once you get to the top, I wouldn't just sort of stay stagnant at the top. And I would also always continue. I mean, I am 30 years old, and I always want to learn something new. I really feel like, dabble yourself into all kinds of different disciplines. Just going back to my point before, you'll know what you're talking about when you talk to vendors and clients, but just so you know, because you might wake up one day and say, you know what? I want to be a producer. I've done some work and I really trust someone, and I want to create content and I want to put it out there. So that's what I would say. I was like, bring your own seat if you can't find one at the table.
Elizabeth, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
And hanging out on the gig. Your story, your origin story is incredible, empowering.
Thank you.
Inspirational.
Thank
and your
you.
energy is fantastic.
Yeah.